Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Maxwell Abwire, and as always I want to welcome you to the Health Talk channel. So in this channel we talk about everything pertaining your health. I'm here as your guide to provide information, to provide solution, and to give you advice on matters affecting your health. And the topic of today is about the things that you should never put inside your vagina so as to prevent you from getting vaginal infections, from getting pelvic inflammatory diseases, and also from physically harming your reproductive system. So with that said, welcome. I want to remind you to subscribe, to like and share the video. With that said, let's go to the video of today. I want to start with a disclaimer. Everything that I'm going to talk about in this video is for educational purposes only. I know everybody is entitled to their opinion, but in this channel I only talk about facts. This channel is where I differentiate between opinion and facts. So first of all, the vaginal environment is a very sensitive environment because it contains different population of different types of bacteria, which we can classify them into two. We have the good bacteria and we have the bad bacteria. The good bacteria are the bacteria that protect us from getting infection. A good example for good bacteria is the lactobacilli. Lactobacilli is the one that maintains the vaginal pH to be between 3.5 to 4.5, so that to minimize or to stabilize the population of the bad bacteria. We have some bacteria which cannot survive in the acidic environment. Also, the lactobacilli produces hydrogen peroxide, which destroys other bad bacteria and new bacteria which have been introduced inside the body, including toxins. So one can get vaginal infections when three things happen. Firstly, with the population of lactobacilli, which is the good bacteria, goes down. Number two is when the population of bad bacteria increase. Number three, if anything happens that affects the vaginal pH, which will cause the bad bacteria to increase. So the following things are the things which you should make sure you should not put them inside the vagina so as to prevent you from getting vaginal infections, also from getting pelvic inflammatory diseases such as cervicitis, and also to prevent you from physically damaging your reproductive system. So number one is about putting of soaps and lotions inside the vagina, which we call douching. As I've said in my videos, the vagina is a self-cleaning organ. It does not need you to clean it inside. I just say that when you need to clean your vagina, just clean on the outside part. Do not try to put soaps or put lotions inside the vagina, because it always cleans itself. And also when you put the soaps inside the vagina, it destroys the good bacteria which can cause you to get vaginal infections. I know there are several companies which advertise different types of soaps and lotions which they tell you that this one will help you to clean your vagina, but you should just avoid them because they are not necessary and they also can cause harm. So number two is applying sprays, deodorants and perfumes inside your vagina. First of all, there is no need for your vagina to have that smell which you desire. You should let it have its own natural, to let it to be in its own natural state. And also when you use the perfumes, the deodorants and the sprays, they tend to affect the pH, and as I have mentioned earlier, anything that affects the vaginal pH puts you at higher risk of getting vaginal infection. So avoid using the perfumes, avoid using the deodorants. Also we have companies which advertise these products. They know they are not important, but they just want to advertise them so that they can also sell the products to you, but they are not essential. They just cause harm to you. The number 3 thing which you should never put in your vagina is vaginal steaming. So we have some people who tell you that they give you some herbs. They tell you when you go home, put these herbs in some water, and put the water on a gas, heat the water so that the water can produce the steam, and they tell you to sit over the steam. In that, they say that the herbs will help you to balance hormones and will also clean your vagina. We also have a machine. We have a small machine whereby they give ladies, they tell you you put some kind of chemicals or herbs inside the machine, and they tell you that you put that machine on your vagina, and this machine delivers steam inside your vagina and into the reproductive system. So first of all, the idea of balancing your hormones is a lie. There are no herbs which when you use them can balance your hormones. Number 2, when you are sitting on top of a boiling water containing some herbs, you can burn your genitals, or you can also accidentally burn yourself. So this is just putting yourself on the risk of burning. Number 3, some of the herbs which you are given are toxic. are toxic. So when they find themselves inside the reproductive system, they can harm the organs in the reproductive system. You will also notice that after using the vaginal steams, after steaming, you will notice there is an increase in the vaginal discharge, because your body is trying to remove the toxins which you have introduced inside the vagina. So the use of vaginal steaming is hot air. Yes, it's hot air. Is a waste of time, a waste of resources, and just puts you at risk of contacting vaginal infections and harming yourself. Another thing which you should never put inside your vagina is Vaseline. We have some people who use Vaseline as a lubricant whenever they are having sex and they are experiencing vaginal dryness. First of all, when you apply Vaseline inside your vagina, you tend to smear them on the walls of the vagina, and because Vaseline is oil based, it will take time before the Vaseline come out from the vaginal walls. So in that case, we'll find that there are some bacteria which will be trapped, and we have some bad bacteria which enjoy, we call them anaerobes. They enjoy environments whereby we have no oxygen. So it will make the anaerobes to their population to increase, and this can lead to an infection. So while Vaseline is good for your skin, for your face and your outside body, it is bad for your vagina. You should, in case you are experiencing dry genitals, just use the water-based lubricants, because this one can easily come out, or they can easily be washed and be removed from the body. Another common practice which you need to avoid is allowing somebody to put their tongue, their lips and their mouth in your vagina, which we call the oral genital contact. We have different kinds of bacteria which, when they find themselves in the vagina, they will cause vaginal infection. Also, we have some people who might be having oral thrush. Oral thrush is a fungal infection of the mouth. So this person, when you are having the oral genital sex, this person might introduce the fungi inside your vagina, causing you to have fungal infections. So you should not allow people to put their tongue, their mouth. Basically, avoid the oral genital contact so that you avoid getting UTIs and fungal infection. Let the bacteria that should remain in the mouth and the GIT remain in the GIT, because they have their function in in their in their respective system. Let the bacteria which should remain in the vagina to remain in the vagina. Another thing which you should never put inside your vagina is chocolate, sugar, or some creams. I've said having some sexual fantasies is not bad. I know you can say you only live once, life is short, but you should know that you're doing that at the expense of your health. This chocolate contains sugar, and sugar is a good diet for bad bacteria, including Candida albicans. So this will just promote the growth of bad bacteria, which will cause you vaginal infections and UTIs. So avoid putting chocolate, sugars, and different types of creams inside your vagina. Finally, the last things which you should never put inside your vagina include fruits and vegetables, cell phones, and sex toys. We find that in terms of fruits and vegetables, we have some ladies who use the cucumbers and the bananas. So because you are using things which are not naturally meant to be put inside the vagina, these things can damage your vagina, and they can also damage your cervix. They can also cause an irritation, making you to bleed, causing vaginal bleeding. On the other hand, they can also get stuck inside the vagina, which might lead to sepsis. Also, when you are using them and they are not clean, you might be introducing some toxins and bacteria and viruses inside the vagina. So I have come to the end of my video, whereby I have talked about the things which you need to not to put inside your vagina, so as to protect yourself from vaginal infection, damage to your reproductive system, and other things that might cause harm to your reproductive system. I just want to remind you to please subscribe to my channel, like and share the video, and also don't forget to put down a comment in the comment section below. Let me hear your thoughts about the things that we have discussed in this video. So do not forget to subscribe, because I'll be sharing more and more videos.